But, you know, we don't look at it that way. So, it brings me back to the original topic. Why do the bros always have to wrestle for this damn money? No matter what sport it is. Basketball, you're wrestling for money. Baseball, you're wrestling for money. Like, when my Chicago White Sox, won the World Series MVP out of the league 2 years later. And he was still a good ball player. So don't tell me this is nonsense. Oh man, you know, I literally was having a conversation with this cat. And he tried to tell me Carmelo Anthony was 39 years old. 39 years old. See, this is why, again, man, this is why I promote End of the Bench podcast. This is why I built for this network. This is why I promote my man, number one Chief Rocket Jersey Vern. Anybody else that does a sports show on Spreaker.com. Because we do our very best to disseminate information that is useful to you and that is correct. People like myself, I can only speak for myself and number one Chief Rocket Jersey Vern. We want to be rich as hell, but we don't want to be on TV. We have no need to be on TV. What we want to do is attract people who vibe with us and not just trying to hit the nonsense and the jibber jabber that you hear on TV. Yeah, I said jibber jabber. Yeah. I said jibber jabber. Mr. T from Chicago. But yeah, man. So think about that, man. Next time you get ready to buy a T-shirt, buy a hat, always ask yourself, what would these leagues do without people from our communities? Even if you're one of the Latino brothers or white brothers, it's the white guys. It's the white guys who they get hoes too. But the topic of that portion was, why is it that the bros always got the beg and scrap for the damn money, man? We the star of the show. And we always fighting and wrestling. If you want to participate in the show, you already know the number 773-797-2409. 773-797-2409. I say that number so many times, somebody asked me for my phone number and I gave them that phone number. Good thing it's hooked up to my phone. I'd have been like, oh, no. I said, this is my business line. Call back on this one. But with that being said, I'm going to transition into this National Basketball Association as well as basketball conversation. With that being said, holla at you.
Keep it simple. Every possession. Been here before. Let's go play.
Perfect pass to Carmelo Anthony. Oh, yes. Jennings lays the okie doke.
We got to be the more combative team. More combative, more competitive.
Oh, goodness gracious. Big things come in small packages.
Right now, it's a common theme. The ball just getting down the gut, coming back to the middle. We've got to guard the ball, and
With that, what's up? This is the basketball segment. I got to get a new sound track for that. I don't like that. That's pretty whack. And y'all can see it if y'all want to, but that's pretty whack to me. I want to give a big ups to one of my favorite players in NBA history. They used to call him Vince Sanity at Canada. One of the, if not the best in-game dunker in league history. Vince Carter just re-upped with the Atlanta Hawks. Big ups to Vince Carter. Nope. Just occupied. Oh, okay. Not my business. The reason I'm bringing up Vince Carter is because of this. My man Carmelo Anthony had a conversation with Smith on ESPN the other day. And for those who don't understand why I never say his whole name, because I think he's a sucker MC. I have very little to I have zero respect. I'm trying to be respectful by even saying very little. I don't have any respect to Stephen A. Smith. A lot of people say that interview went well. Stephen A. Smith, what I don't like about him, he speaks out of turn a lot. And what I mean by speaking out of turn, people knew that Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James supposed to team up and do this. But Stephen A. Smith is Stephen A. Smith is always speaking out of school, I should say. Some things you just don't need to put in the street. He asks questions. He asks some solid questions. I'm not going to disrespect him and say he don't know how to do his job, but he asks some questions that I don't think the world needs to know the answer to those questions. Whatever Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, and that crew ever did to make plans and Melo changed his mind, all he was trying to do, in my opinion, is validate the fact that he had the inside scoop. And I didn't like that. But anyway, him and Carmelo had a long conversation about what's going on in the National Basketball Association. And then this is one thing I don't like about athletes. People, y'all need to start studying from the church of Marshawn Lynch and Kawhi Leonard. Stephen A. Smith needs to think before the words come out of his mouth. Shout out to my girl Denise Milk Cookies. I'm on the same page. I totally agree with Denise. I totally agree. He does shoot off his mouth before he loads up his brain on a regular basis. In my personal opinion. You guys may love Stephen A. Smith, and I even had a homeboy, one of my lifelong friends, and man, you're a little too hard on Smith. My man Rough Buck just said Stephen A. Smith is taking Bozo's spot as the world's most favorite clown. And I agree with Rough Buck. He is a bozo. But there are a few things that were talked about. The reason I say they need to be studied from the church of Marshawn Lynch and Kawhi Leonard is stop letting the world know what you're thinking. It ain't important for the world to know what you're thinking, people. And you know what I'm about to say, man, this is going to make me seem like a dishonest person. I don't want y'all to think I'm a dishonest person. But what I'm about to say is going to make me sound like a dishonest person. And what that is people in my community need to learn how to not tell the whole truth. Details are not always needed. You need to be able to give enough information to move along. You watch these politicians, you watch these people who are on the other side of righteousness, and they carefully parse their words so you will believe. If you're stupid, you won't believe that they're anti what you are about. And then when you say, well, you just said this. Well, I didn't say that. But clearly that's what you meant. Therefore, you wouldn't have said that. And that's where we get caught up in. My girl Denise said, he always comes off as an asshole who thinks he knows what he's talking about when he doesn't. Exactly. Denise Milk and Cookies is on point today. She's no fake. All he needs to do is to word some things differently and just shut the fuck up about other things. Shout out to Denise Milk and Cookies. Me and Denise on the same page. That's why she my dog. And you know what, Denise, and anybody else who's listening, I think the whole community needs to do that, man. That's exactly what I was talking about, Denise. What we'll do is get on TV. Politicians, that's a great word. Yeah. You know, politicians, they some liars. They professional liars. And irony is we accept that they're liars. You ask somebody what they don't like, people, a liar, but you voted for liars. But anyway, I'm not going to get into the geopolitical aspect of this. But people in my community, specifically, that's what I'm speaking to right now. We need to understand how to use our words the exact same way that Denise said Stephen A. needs to do. Case in point, one of my favorite players, one of my favorite sports personalities goes by the name of Chauncey Billups. I got my main man, DJ Knox, who rocks the box online. My man. The marketing genius behind Built for This Radio. Like I was saying, man, we have to learn. Chauncey Billups. That's what I was saying. My point was Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups, he said some things about Carmelo Anthony that I have zero issue, and Melo even had no issue with it. But what I will do is look at what Melo said. Melo said it wasn't what he said, it was the timing in which he said. Now, I understand to want to come off as if you're being genuine, as if you're not taking sides, as if you're not being biased or one-sided. That was Officer Redundancy. I'm HRap. But even if you don't want to do that, it's a way to speak the truth without divulging everything that you need to divulge. For example, the case that I'm speaking about with Melo, they asked him about a young Carmelo Anthony, a 23, 25-year-old Carmelo Anthony. Chauncey told the truth. And what he did was give the executive sandwich. It's exactly what they teach you in business school. But sometimes you don't need to put the bacon on the sandwich. You can go ahead and throw the hamburger on there. Don't put the hamburger, egg, and bacon on there like they do at this restaurant here in Chicago. Chauncey said Carmelo was an excellent teammate. Carmelo used to be in practice every day. Was never missed a game, never missed a practice. The beginning of an executive sandwich, speaking well about the person. The meat of the executive sandwich is where I have a problem with them. Or, in my opinion, and this is what politicians do, and this is what people do in the media, and this is what these double talking ass general managers and agents do. They give you what you need to hear, what they feel you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Chauncey could have said, like most young players, he had his idiosyncrasies as well, and then finished it off with the rest. But Chauncey went into detail about those idiosyncrasies. And to me, that's where we fall short as a community. Chauncey said Melo would score 30 and then and be happy in a loss and uplift his teammates and be disappointed when he scores 22 in a win. Now, on the surface, and this is what I always try to get people to look past the surface. On the surface, that's jacked up. Like, damn, man, you really get mad in a win? Now, when you dig deeper, let's dig deeper into this. When you are Michael Jordan, Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, Bernard King, Dominique Wilkins, and other scorers throughout the history of the league, you made it to the NBA because you get them people buckets all the time. You handing out buckets all the time. That's why you're in the league. Why you're in the league? Because I can score. I'm a scorer. Get the ball to Bernard King, everybody get the hell out the way. Get the ball to MJ, Kobe, get the hell out of his way. That's why you're in the league. Get the ball to the Jabbar, he's sky hooking you to death. That's why you're in the league. You identify yourself as a scorer. I get buckets. That's what I do. So when you dig into this, maybe Carmelo Anthony wasn't angry that they won and he only scored 22, but my identity is to score, and I didn't score enough, so I'm disappointed in myself. You know, like when AB and them and all these quote-unquote diva wide receivers, when they score, if they don't get 10 catches, they think I didn't do what I'm signed up for. I got my main man Truck D in the building. What's good, Truck D? I love that, man. Thank you for the support, Truck D. So when you see a Carmelo Anthony angry after a game, maybe he's just disappointed in himself because he feels he didn't do what he there for. I'm quite sure if the Bulls or the San Antonio Spurs or the Detroit Pistons won, but Rodman only got 7 boards, Rodman is disappointed. I'm quite sure if Manu Bol only blocked 1 shot, but the Golden State Warriors or the Washington Bullets won, if LeBron or Magic Johnson only got 8 assists, but everybody else picked him up, Magic was disappointed in himself, and so forth and so on. People, let's not get beyond the fact that, look, Magic Johnson said he would look at the stat sheet, see what Larry Bird got, and went out and chased those numbers. Trust and believe, if they won and Magic Johnson didn't get close to what he thought he should have got, Magic was glad that they won, but he was probably sulking as well because he was in competition with Bird. So Melo was in competition with Kobe and McGrady and Iverson and the other scorers in the league. So that could be part of the reason he was sulking, not that he's just this selfish jackass. Because it's amazing that Chauncey likes him, Kenyon Martin liked him, and other teammates. You've never what's his my main man Mari Stoudemire made some cracks at him, but hey, I'm quite sure if you're listening to this show, take 3 seconds and think about the people you work with, and I guarantee you it's somebody that you want to slap. Throughout all your employment years, you want to put the paws on somebody. So if Amari didn't get along, but the vast majority of his teammates did, it's not a problem. Amari Stoudemire, then they want to hold Melo's feet to the fire for not buying into the triangle. Tons of people didn't buy into the triangle. I can remember about 3 years ago, people were saying, nah, man, that's just something that don't work anymore.